Guys, welcome back to the biggest Game 3 of this tournament so far. It is a Game 3 that honestly, truly, midway through last game, even in the end of last game, it is a Game 3 that I did not think we were going to see. It really looked to me like Asta was going to take Triangles out 2-0 and secure that money, but Triangles with the perfect Miracle Jirachi. It is the Wish Pokemon after all, and it seems to have granted Triangles' wish. Perfect set, perfect Pokemon at the perfect time, cleaned up Asta out of nowhere, and sent us to this third game. The winner will have guaranteed money, cannot do worse than a third place finish in this tour, and I cannot wait to see whether that is Triangles or Asta, two ADV staples who have played it at the SPL level for years. Here is the third game between these two guys. Triangles for the third and final time is on the bottom, and he again has an unusual lead with the Jirachi, much more standard lead topside for Asta with Zapdos, avoids the 60% paralysis that could have just come, and interestingly, it's a T-Tar that does not have lefties, but does have Fire Blast. So perhaps it is a Crunch Pursuit variant that is very intent on beating Gengar, and therefore is equipped with a Lumberry and cannot get BS'd out by Hypnosis and the like. Swampert comes in, that does have lefties. Asta busting out Weezing, Pokemon that we've not seen a lot of in this tour. See how that plays out for him. Zapdos threatens it. Weezing with that garbage special defense gets out of the way, and a proper special wall, a Snorlax, comes in for Asta. It is possible, based on the teams shown from Asta so far, that it is a Pursuit variant of T-Tar, and that he is trying to remove Gengar and boom down on things and perhaps win with a Curse EQ Snorlax. That is just a very rough guess based on what I've seen thus far. I do not have inside information. And for Triangles, it kind of looks like a Roro team. Kind of looks like just a very safe, balanced, play good mons, reactive team. Gets out of the way here after being Will-O-Wisped. And both teams have a T-Tar, unsurprisingly. T-Tar against Lax, which is paralyzed. Focus Punch here with an opportunity to do some damage. And it's going to connect with Metagross, the last poke for Asta, which is not gaining lefties. So it's at least a second Pokemon for Asta, the T-Tar and the Metagross, that did not bring leftovers. However, here's Boom, so it obviously wasn't Choice Band locked on Earthquake either. And the result of that exchange is, of course, a trade. So we've got ourselves a 5-5 situation. There is still one unrevealed poke in this game. It belongs to Triangles. Protect and Seismic Toss respectively. That's the only thing the Bliss has shown thus far. Toxic is going to connect, and so is S-Toss, 31%. So the Zapdos can live two more of those through the sand if it comes to it. Instead, it is Weezing, Blissey out of the way, Weezing on Rachi. It's shown Body Slam Protect, looks like an Astarachi for the second time in this match. And a great prediction there from Triangles. Weezing blowing up onto the T-Tar, doing very little, only doing 36%. Clearly a favorable exchange for Triangles, and it does not help there that Asta misses the 80-20 Hydro Pump, does hit the following one, but he did get his Swampert crunch for 47% that he otherwise would not have had to have taken had he connected with the Hydro Pump there. Lax is going to switch in. We've got ourselves a 4-4 game. Still that one unrevealed, waiting in the back for Triangles. Marowak is the Pokemon for Triangles. That is not what I would have guessed the last Pokemon would have been. But here is Marowak, and that is a perfect prediction for Triangles. Rock Slide nailing Zapdos on the way in. Took some balls to Rock Slide into the Lax there. Could have easily just hit the Swampert or something, but he snipes out the Zapdos at the perfect time, and Triangles takes the lead. So he's playing a Paraspam team here, trying to set up a Marowak. And that seems to really be his only win condition. Everything else rather reactionary, other than like kinda sorta Zapdos for Triangles. So he is heavily invested on doing damage with this Marowak. That seems to be what the team is built around. We'll see if that ends up working for him. Right now he's trying to fish for a Fire Blast miss, which has not come quite yet. He's also fishing for Para, but the T-Tar has been pretty good about avoiding those Paras on 3 different attempts, despite the fact that it is 60-40 favorable to Para on any given attempt. Brick Break here. Counter, Triangle's busting out the surprise move once again. He's so known for that. Counter is going to clutch take down the T-Tar, and Triangles has a big lead at this point, 4-2. Asta on the ropes here. Can he come back? Hydro Pump, not going to be good enough. A crit obviously would have done the trick. Seismic Toss, however, so Swampert with another chance to knock out the Blissey, and Triangle seems content to let that happen. There's the Earthquake KO. Rachi, which has been pestering Asta all game, makes a reappearance here. Body Slam with a critical hit at a bad time for Asta. He's already behind and does not need additional bad luck. That's going to set up a Body Slam knockout, and it's going to be the Swampert and the Swampert only for Asta. He's desperate. He's fishing for a freeze, and he gets it! The Jirachi freezes on the first Ice Beam attempt. Awful time for a freeze. Triangles might get robbed in this game. Here comes the Marowak. There's Earthquake on the way in. Faster Swampert. Ice Beam knocks it out. Is Triangles going to get robbed in this game? Is Asta going to steal it? Surf there, not enough. Critical hit opportunity, but the Earthquake does not crit, and Triangles is going to be able to finish this out with a Surf. Asta gave himself the opportunity to get the crit there and steal this game. The Earthquake would have been enough for Asta to complete the robbery, but the crit does not come, and Triangles manages to just barely hang on. And what could be the best of three set of the tournament so far, Triangles is going to be the 2-1 victor over Asta. He's going to steal game 2 in what was an absolute nail-biter, and he's going to hang on by the skin of his teeth in game 3 as well, and take down the mighty Greek god himself, Astamatitos. Triangles is the first player in this tour to guarantee himself a money finish, and he will walk away with at least $150 for his efforts, which is ironic given the fact that Triangles was initially invited to this tour, declined to play, and then changed his mind and paid BKC $20 to give up his spot and let him back in. And that seems to have been a worthwhile investment for Triangles. He will make sevenfold or better on his investment no matter what happens from here. Now remember, this was winner's bracket. Astamatitos is not out of this tournament. In fact, he can still win the entire tournament, but he is knocked down to the lower bracket where he will have to continue fighting for his tournament life in the next round and all other subsequent rounds until he is eliminated. I hope you guys enjoyed this set. Game 2 and 3 in particular I thought were really close and really thrilling. Definitely give me a thumbs up to show support for me, for this channel, for this tournament, and please consider subscribing if you've not done so already. Congratulations, Triangles, and I will see all of you guys for the next set.